Today on In the Crease with Tommy C, we'll be talking about Sam Bennett's controversial goal or no goal at the end of the Calgary Flames Anaheim Ducks playoff series. What an epic game. But what's more important, was it in the net? You know what? I say yes, it was. What's going on, everybody? It's In the Crease with Tommy C. Nobody's in my crease today. Dead on Dave is still recovering from my bachelor party. A real shout out to everybody to do an online bachelor party. Yeah, it might have made me look like a big loser, but I gotta be honest, I had a blast last night. And that is no BS. That really kicked ass. It's probably our best radio work. We just expected it to be sort of a hockey hangout, which we've only done once before. And by the way, more stuff like that's coming in the future. If you're joining us today and you enjoy what we said, we're going to do something like this again. Me and Dave, we were shocked how well this went off. We were shocked. And a lot of it has to do with all of you that just happen to call in or be in the chat. Thank you very much for basically sending me off into my wife's arms. And she wanted to say thank you as well, because I can't get a proper one out here. You know, it's only me and Dave out here in Germany. But I got to thank you so much. Comments, actually emails as well, and everything else. But let's talk about the National Hockey League. Last night, and it was just about the time when it was too bad the stream actually kind of crapped out on us, because you could have saw my reaction to the Sam Bennett goal. Here's the thing about this. Look, I know coming from a different angle, you can be fooled. I understand that. But the puck is clearly over the line from that opposite angle. I don't think it's some kind of optical illusion that's been explained to me. You can clearly see this puck is fully over the line. And just the fact that you can't see it from the top angle, does that mean in the Toronto War Room that the only way they can judge a goal is if it's from the very above angle? Because here's the thing. The bar blocks out the first part, the part that this puck was actually over the line in from that above angle. So they ruled it inconclusive. It simply isn't inconclusive from the side angle. Let me see if I can get this sucker up for you. Oh, wow, the thing worked for a change. Wrong one. What am I putting the Canadians on for? I don't care about them. I got to get this thing up here. Let's see. What's the best way to do this? Because I know, Tommy, you're blowing it. All right, give me a second here. Give me a second, and I'll be right with you. I got to get this thing up here because I know where another shot of this is, and we'll definitely put it up. Just give me 1, 2, 3 seconds. All right, bang. Here you go. Straight out of the USA Network. Take a look at this, folks. Take a look at this. No, two of those aren't going to work. Bow. All right. You can clearly see the puck's over. Yes, I do understand that this is from this angle. You really can't judge, but you can totally see. It's beyond any snow. It's clearly, and it's an amazing save. I'll give. Oh, geez, I forgot his name. What's his face? I'll give what's his name's credit. For the actual, God, I can't remember anybody's name. Yeah, I was drunk last night. But you clearly see the pucks over the net here. When they went to the above angle, you cannot see the puck over the above angle. I get that. But the bar from the angle above blocks exactly that area where the puck is over the net. It blocks it. So what is the point? If this angle is inconclusive, then it's always inconclusive. Why bother using it? What they're saying is, or at least to me, if it's not seen from above, it's inconclusive. What's the point of using 2 cameras? I don't get it. What's the point of having a war room? I don't get it. Am I out of my mind here? 718-395-7660, 718-395-7660. Don't plan to do a really long show today for obvious reasons. But look, you tell me I'm wrong. Maybe there's some scientific principle that I'm not equating or not putting into this, or maybe I'm just too stupid. But to me, this makes it clear. That puck's over the net, and you couldn't see it from the above angle because that part of the net, the top of the crossbar, covers this from above. From above. Now, here's the good news. Calgary came back after this disaster. I think it was only 3 minutes to go, and scored with 19 seconds to go, and then popped it in overtime. It's really funny last night when we went off the air. I was talking to Joe Cronin's soon-to-be wife, and I heard Cronin scream. But, I mean, Cronin's always screaming. He's always screaming. And I didn't know what he's screaming about. And then, of course, like 2 minutes later, because I have it like on delay, a long delay, because I run it through my Xbox to watch on my big screen. I started screaming like, oh, my God. Like, what a comeback. What a comeback. Amazing. Give me a call, 718-395-7660, or add me to contacts. Please, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm right. Tell me something. Tell me something. I don't got Dead on Dave to argue with me. Piss me off when he disagrees. I don't have that. What's going on in the National Hockey League? All right, we had other games last night. Chicago managed to hold on to a beautiful goal by Patrick Kane. They hold on to their 1-goal lead, putting a stranglehold on that series. Look, I think Deb sent me a sort of an. I got, not that I didn't appreciate the Deb. Not that I didn't appreciate the Deb. I love when Deb sends me stuff, but I didn't appreciate the way this was characterized. This particular tweet, it kind of ticked me off a little bit. Let's see if I can find it. It was actually, maybe I could put the audio on. Actually, I'll play the audio.
So I'm not gonna get up here right now and give a big rah-rah speech. We gotta win a game. It's as simple as that.
Mike Yo, the Minnesota Wild, by the way.
In all honesty, I've never been here before. It's kind of an unfamiliar territory, but I guess what you do is you try to draw upon things.
Pat in South Jersey, you're on the air. You heard Mike Yo here. All right.
How you feeling, man?
I'm actually fine. It's strange. Me and Dave both woke up around 1 o'clock our time. So, and we went to bed, I'd say 8 o'clock our time. We both snapped up. I went to my wife's company meeting and played with kids and dogs. So it was the strangest thing. Maybe because I drank a lot of water before I got obliterated.
Maybe. I mean, did you eat a lot, too, before you drank?
I don't remember. I don't remember a lot about last night, to be honest with you. I actually had to, it's a good thing it was on tape. I knew who I did tell off, but I forgot I told off somebody else, too. Or I got angry at another point of the night, which I think is funny because it added drama. I just want to go to Mike Yo, and then I'll definitely take your call, Pat in South Jersey. But this is the way this guy, Barstool Chief, I wonder if he's from the Barstool Sports guys, who I'm not impressed with. I think this is the most rattled I've ever seen a coach in this post game. Mike Yo, his brain is broken. So funny. I think he was just being honest and trying to come up with the words. I mean, he can't go Jurgen Klinsmann and say something like, we're not going to win this series. And I like the fact that he's never been in this position. And what do you do when you're down 3-0? It's a superior hockey team, and I think his brain isn't broken. I don't even think he looks rattled. He's just looking for shit to tell the media so you don't call him stupid, which you ended up calling him stupid anyway. Jerk. I heard myself in the back. What's on your mind, Pat?
Are you afraid? Is it because the guys are afraid maybe to say something because of Brandon Trust?
No, this is Mike Yo. This is the Minnesota Wild. Like they were. I just think you're down 3-0. I think Mike Yo deserves a Jack Adams trophy if he could. If he
well, he does. Me. I mean that, and Deb can attest to this. That game last night was a roller coaster ride.
Yeah,
from start to finish.
They played hard. Look, the Blackhawks are a better team. They're moving on. They have the experience of everything going for them in the right direction, and he dug these guys out of the playoffs. There needs to be probably some changes over there in building on this team. They got a lot of talent. Zach Parise is a wonderful hockey player. Dubnyk, I'm sure will be a god next year in the regular season. I really believe that. I don't think he's a fluke. I don't think it's like a hamburger
I
situation.
think Minnesota will squeak out Game 4. But
Do you?
Chicago's going to end it in Chicago.
I think that's a reasonable prediction. I actually though, it's going to be that, or they're just going to lose the next game.
Now, if Montreal loses tonight, they're going to get swept.
I would say both the New York Rangers and the Montreal Canadiens have to win tonight. Don't,
because if you guys go down 3-1, there's no way you're going to beat Washington 2 in a row.
No, there's
you may squeak out Game 5 at home, but you're not going to beat them at home.
I absolutely believe, but some Ranger fans says, well, they did it last year. Pittsburgh is not as good as this Washington team this year.
Yeah, and props to Ovi. Ovi's playing wonderful.
He really is.
And it's funny because I don't hate him as much as I hate Crosby.
Mm-hmm.
Ovi's actually got my respect this playoff season. He's actually stepping up.
Ovi sort of aggravates me a little bit with oh Jesus, my fucking phone. I can't now see I gotta remember to turn my phone down because when I get other calls, Devils fan, I'll get to you in a minute. Jesus Christmas. I'm gonna turn that off. Devils fan, I'll get to you in a minute. I'm sorry, I'm gonna put you through after Pat. You know what it is? Ovi's doesn't take himself so seriously in the media, and Sid's no fun. You know what I mean? That's really why people like Ovi. I got a little. The Putin thing pissed me off, to be honest with you.
Is it me or does the NHL want to screw Calgary? I
don't know.
Because Tommy, you're not wrong. I see the picture. You are not wrong. That's an obvious goal.
But I think what's happened is there's a rule up there we don't know. If you don't see it from the above angle, it doesn't go. It doesn't. The other angles don't count.
That should not matter.
It really does.
If they've got the access to all of the. If they've got access to what USA has,
I'm sure
that should have been a goal.
To that. No, it's clearly a goal. Now I can understand there can be at that angle, there can be an optical illusion, but I don't think this is the case this time. And if you look at it closely, so what I think they would normally do is, okay, it looks over the line here. Let's go to the top angle. Okay, we can't. It's inconclusive at the top angle, but it's very much conclusive of the other angle. So you have to do it.
What was the original call on the ice? Because I was at work when they did
Actually, it was just a save. It was a save, and then the whistle blew.
They didn't call the goal?
Yeah, and Toronto, I guess, called, or they asked to go up to the war room. And to me, this says only from above, or we're not counting it.
Okay, now, this is the perfect, since I think it was like a month or so ago, we were talking about maybe the NHL adding the challenge rule. That would have been a perfect place for it.
Yeah, and they would have lost.
But no, I don't think it would be, because if you have the challenge rule, I think they should have access to all the cameras.
No, I'm not saying they don't have access to all cameras. I'm not saying they don't. I'm sure they do. But I think there's obviously some kind of weird rule up there where if we don't see it from the top angle, the above. I'm not saying this right, and I know it. Above the goal, like the direct one above the goal, then it's not a goal. But my thing is, what's the point of looking at the other angle? I've seen the war room on. Several times they look at other angles, but I guess there's sort of a rule there. It just does. It seems bizarre to me.
Isn't the rule though, if any part of the puck crosses the line, it's the goal?
It's got to be the entire puck crosses the line.
It's got to be the entire
puck, and I think that's very clear in that picture right there. The entire puck is.
The entire puck has crossed that line.
Yeah, that's I
it's
think
obvious, and if I was Calgary, I'd file a protest.
Well,
no matter anyway, they won the game, but still.
If I was Calgary, I would definitely find out what they're doing up there and get that information to the media. That's what I would do if I was Calgary. They won the game. They got to focus on the next one. They're still down. Are they down 3-1 now? Or
no, they're down 2-1.
They're down 2-1. So now it's a goddamn series.
They're not out of it.
Well, they probably will be. I can't imagine them overcoming the Ducks like this.
Ramos stood on his head a little bit last
who
night.
was in net? Hiller, right? Who the fuck's in net?
No, it's Anderson.
Anderson, Frederick
for the
Anderson.
Ducks and Ramo for the Flames.
I'll give Anderson credit. Even though it was over the line, that is some reaction that he can have. He can be going some way and then save it the other. Holy Christmas! It's almost a save. You can see.
But I'm confused, Tommy. All right, you showed me that picture there. Don't they have a picture? Don't they have a camera in the net?
Yeah, but I think if you look at that picture, the camera in the net, but I don't think you'd see it because his blocker would cover that. And there's that angle. There's probably the same angle from the opposite side, and there's the one directly above the net, which is probably the one they go to the most. But here's the
Shout out
problem.
to Little
The
Lotito. He said,
crossbar.
why don't they put cameras in the posts in the corners?
I don't know. I mean, because
No, I'm just saying he's asking that.
yeah,
They need to put cameras in the posts. You
Well, I
think
mean,
that'd be a
look,
good idea?
they can put cameras anywhere they want. I mean, why they don't, I couldn't honestly answer that question. But you know what? Here's the thing. I know I'm supposed to like pretend I'm this big smart fucking hockey host. I don't know. It's elementary to me. If somebody could explain the science of the optical illusion that I'm seeing, and
I'm looking at the picture right.
I will hear it out.
I've got a delay here, Tommy.
You know
I'm
what?
looking at your picture
the human
right
eye,
now that you've got up.
Yeah,
that puck
it's
has
in.
clearly crossed the net.
It's in.
It's crossed the line.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter anyway. Calgary won the game, so.
Yeah. Did you like the show last night?
It was great. I wish I could have been drinking with you guys.
I know. Well,
that whole thing with Dave Rose was kind of, kind of messed up.
Yeah. Well, I think it had. You know what? Here's the thing about that, and I've talked to Tommy NC. He doesn't really want me to talk about it, especially with him, which I understand because he doesn't
if you don't want to talk about it,
he don't want to lose his friends. He want to lose his friends. I don't give a shit. You know me.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. It's just I got the video. I made the first video with Tommy. It was obviously a goof. They got offended. I heard about it. They went to Dave Rose, and then the crazy thing happened with Cronin. And then I got angry for real, not just fucking joking around. And I made a claim that they're treating him like somebody that's blind and telling them to catch a baseball, And Dave came on and proved that 100%. So, and that made me insane. I'm waiting. And you know what they could have done with the first thing? Not got offended, laughed about the suspension, and moved on.
Yeah.
Now but then they're doubling down on something that I think is insane, cruel, and not compassionate. And,
well, at least Tosh.0 had some sense last night. He made Tommy look golden.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I heard. We were all a little worried about that.
Oh yeah, he made him look golden.
Tosh can be a vicious guy, and I was like, we were all a little worried about it. But you know what? I mean, the way I saw that,
you got to see the outfit Tosh is wearing, though.
Oh, I got it. I haven't seen it yet. Somebody.
Oh God, you're gonna laugh your head off.
I love it. I can't wait. I cannot wait to check that out. Now, I just Tosh can be really vicious, and I was all nervous. But I mean, look, his parents know what kind of position they're putting him in. Look, you bring him to Hollywood. That's a little different. You're putting him out there, and that's sort of where Dave Rose's rule applies. With us, his friends, those rules don't apply. We're giving Tommy the benefit of the doubt, and he did thank me.
All right, well, starting possibly next week, I want to run something by you. Maybe doing a top 5 with you and Dave.
Top 5, what? We should do the
worst uniforms, best uniforms.
That's probably should we do stuff like that? I don't know. Like that's kind of Puck Daddy's.
I mean, I'd like to get your take on it, and I'd like to get Dave's take, and I'll give you mine.
Maybe we should do
top
stuff like that.
Top 5 worst and best uniforms
in the NHL. Though? I gotta be honest.
We can go back as far as as far as you want to go.
We need to do that shit during the summer when we don't have material.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
giving
we got it.
You know what?
I think that's if anybody wants to think up something like that, and we also were gonna do funniest hockey names, which you brought up as well, Pat. Maybe we could do something like that and get you in on that. And you need to get
now. Do you? I mean, I've only been watching since like October. Do you do a show for the draft? Like, do you do a live show for the draft?
I usually shut down the entire channel during the summer. I will not be doing this year, so I don't know what I'm going to be doing this summer. We're certainly not going to be doing
But you're not going to do the draft? You won't shut down after the draft?
I don't know because I've never broadcast in the summer. I just shut it down. Remember, this is a hobby for me, and it's starting to grow. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
It is.
I don't know
I've
exactly.
I've seen it grow since I've been watching.
We'll be active this summer, but obviously not every day within the crease. But I will be doing news updates. If something breaks, I'll just spit my opinion if you guys are interested in hearing it. And still live will be every weekend, except for a few weekends. Like if I go on vacation, I'll probably think I'm going on vacation with my daughter in August, so we'll be down for 2 weeks.
I know a lot of the NHL players during the summer, they come down towards my area.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping maybe I'll catch a couple of them, stopping to get gas.
Yeah. I got to let you go. I put you on probably too long.
Yeah, I know.
Shot from the Point Radio. Yeah, I might be doing stuff like that. Or actually, the hangout thing, like the bachelor party was really just an extension of the
Yeah, I
hangout
enjoyed
idea.
the bachelor party.
Yeah, we can't do a bachelor party all the time, but
Oh, I know that.
we could do that again though. I mean, me and Dave are really thinking.
Well,
Just
if
like,
I ever decide to ask my girlfriend to marry me, maybe we could do one for me.
yeah, maybe that would be kind of fun. That would be kind of fun. Let me know, and don't marry her unless you don't have much money and she has more. That's my advice to you,
Yeah,
sir.
well.
All right. if she has more money than you, marry her. If you have more money than her, don't marry her. That's my rule.
Yeah, well, look, we both make a good same amount of money, but we're not living together just yet.
All right. Well, you don't want to be shacking up and blowing it with Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Yeah.
Well, I've already done that.
Get the
I
fuck
did that
out of
once already.
here. Get out of here.
All right,
Take care, Pat. Jesus. What the hell? We got Devil's Fan on. Where's Devil's Fan? I'm supposed to put you on, kid. Ah, man. I was supposed to put Devil's Fan on. Where the hell is he? Devil's Fan. I'll call you back, but I'll put you on. God. It's been kind of a crazy night. No, I think the range. Well, we'll talk about that with Devil's. What do you got for us, Devil's Fan?
Hang on. All right, I gotta fix.
What do you mean, hang on? What is this? I gotta run a show
What's
here.
up with this? It sounds like you're calling me from like fucking. It sounds like you're calling my name from outside. That's how low this volume is.
All right. Well, I mean, you're supposed to take care of this stuff earlier. I gotta teach you how to call into a radio show.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, man. I saw the show was on when I was playing fucking NHL.
Uh-huh.
It's full of lies. It says the Leafs win the President's Trophy next year. So.
What are you talking? What are you? It's full of lies.
Well, no, NHL 15.
What did you sim a season or something and then?
Well, yeah, I played a season. I was at the end of the season. Then I looked at the standings, and the Leafs are the fucking President's Trophy champions. I'm like, fuck you, then.
No, because they're fucking overrated. They're overrated. What do you got? You want to talk some hockey or what? You got any opinions about tonight's series?
Yeah, I just watched that goal.
What do you think?
Well, across the line, they fucking suck.
Across the fucking line, exactly. How come I can hear my voice in the background?
What?
Is that your new joke? You're not gonna. Here's what you're gonna do. You're not gonna call in and do prank calls anymore, but you're just gonna fucking fuck up my audio. Is that it?
Wait, I don't even know what I'm doing wrong.
Your audio. You know what we need to do? Because I gotta put you off because I can hear my own voice. That makes me crazy. We need to have a.
Shit, hang on.
We need a trade.
Hang on.
No. We can't keep doing this. We can't keep doing this. We gotta have a. Me and you have to have a trading session because I value you as a caller, and I would do this for nobody else. Hello? Goodbye?
Yeah.
No, it's not working. Call me back. All right?
All right.
Sorry. I'm not being a dick for a change. Yeah. Eat me. No, I'm not. I can't do that. I even hung up with him. I heard my voice on the way out. All right, look. Nothing Devils fan. I know you guys don't know, and none of your fucking audio experts or anything like that. I can't have that. Oh, God, he's already calling me back. I can't. All right, I swear to God, I'll blow you up. It better work. You got 2 seconds to make this work, or it's going to blow up. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, what's on your mind with hockey, caller?
Wait, I'm here. I'm ready to see the Caps take a 3-1 lead tonight.
You think they're going to do that? Why do you think they're going to do that?
Oh yeah.
Why?
Dude.
Why? Because you hate the Rangers?
Dude, the Rangers suck right now.
Why? Because they lost one game?
They're down 2-1 against the Caps.
They're down.
I mean, they got Ovechkin, so I mean, and he's fucking out of his mind right now. But.
Yeah, he's playing pretty damn good. I'll give you that. But here's the thing, bud. If they're able to open up this game, I know. Don't you agree with my logic? If they're able to open up this game, if they're able to make this a pawn hockey situation, then why couldn't the Rangers overcome them and split the series at home just like the Caps did? Why not? Caps they could run the Caps ragged if they get in the right position. Yes.
They got to win a face-off.
They're gonna win a face-off. All right, you got me. You won. You won the argument.
Is Dave gonna be on?
No.
What? He's sleeping all day after last night.
We're fucking old, man. You know I'm old, right? You know how old I am?
I think you said you're 38 last night.
I'm 38. I'll be 39 in September. I look good. I bet I look better than you when you're 38.
Oh, okay.
I will.
If you still have this show,
Yeah, I will.
when I'm 38.
I'll be Oh, hopefully I'd be dead. Yeah. Be honest with you.
I mean, if you die,
Yeah.
in how many years is it going to be? Like 20,
I probably got another 40 to go if I'm lucky, and
22?
probably not because in the army. So I only got another 30 years to go. I was thinking about that the other day. That's funny to you, huh? That I'm halfway around the track. Is that funny to you?
Wouldn't half be 50 or 45?
No, because 50 would be 100. You dipshit.
You
I bet.
dipshit.
I bet I do math better than you when you're 38. Bye, Devils fan. It's been fun as always. Thanks for
Oh,
calling.
did you watch it?
What? You're part of it, but I didn't have time because I literally just sat down. We're probably gonna end up using it. All right. I
Right.
thank you. All right. No, go away. Okay. Bye. Kids today. I do like him. He is funny. All right. Let me go over the. Unless you got something important, speak now. Forever hold your peace. Point men and women. Let me give you some headlines. Canadians Brendan Pruss fined $5,000 by the NHL. Apologizes for comments to the ref. Here's the thing. I don't really care that he whined. Look, I don't even care that he got in trouble. That doesn't bother me. The $5,000 thing, whatever. That's the rules, whatever. I care that he was like, he called me a motherfucker. That bothers me, especially if I'm a tough guy. And Frenchie Ben said something yesterday, and I'm glad he's calling because I was just about to talk about him. And I listened to the show yesterday, and Frenchie, or it was 2 days ago, and Frenchie Ben said something. And he's like him or not, he lives by the code. And I got to be honest with you, I kind of skipped over because I was so angry with him. Frenchie Ben, you're right. He is a code guy. He does do it. He just kind of lost his mind, and I guess he apologized for it. Right?
Yeah, that's what he did because
League made
he
him.
got an amend, a fee.
Yeah.
And probably the team told him to say publicly he's sorry.
Yeah, but I mean, whatever. But for the most part, I think I was a little too hard on him. I'll be honest with you. He does live by the code for the most part. He does love his teammates. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, most of the time.
He really does love his teammates. So I can't. I mean, he's still a dope, but I'm not gonna, But I'm not gonna do that. All right. How do you feel going in tonight with the Montreal Canadiens? How are you feeling?
Well, kind of excited. We don't have the last change of lines, so it's not good for us. But we'll see.
We'll see. So you don't sound terribly confident, Frenchie Ben.
No, not totally. Because the Lightning haven't played well for now, so
Up until now,
they will upgrade their game in the next few nights.
they do seem to be falling upwards. You notice that? The Lightning? They do seem to be kind of like falling upwards because, there were certain times in their last series where it looked like it was over and they just kind of like pulled it out. And I got to be honest with you, I feel like the Canadians are beating themselves. It's not so much they're getting dominated by the Bolts.
Yeah, that's what it's happening right now.
It appears that way. Is there anything I could... Frenchie, Ben, you sound sad. This is not... You're nervous, aren't you?
I don't know why. The phone line is not good. I don't hear you.
You don't hear me very well?
That loud.
Yeah, you sound sad. You sound very sad.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Not at all?
Well, I'm kind of sad because of the Dave Rose situation yesterday.
Honestly, there's more going on than you know. He's I got a letter. Do you remember Tony from South Boston or North Boston?
Yeah.
Apparently he's
Tony Barrasso.
Yeah, Barrasso. He did.
Yeah.
I got a letter from Tony, and it made me sick after I went off the air. And it said, this kind of happened to me when I was working with him as well. I was like shunned like an Amish whore away, and I was like, why didn't you tell me? It was like because I thought that because he was the adult, and that you would believe him and you wouldn't believe me, and you thought that I'd be just being a baby. And I was like, look, if I thought he was abusing you, I would always stick up for you. I think the suspension stuff is stupid, especially for as long as it is. There was a time where me and Dave Rose had to take a break from each other. I was like, look, just stay off the air for a while. You get on my nerves. And look, that happens when you're doing a creative project with guys. We turn into a bunch of women, and like a sewing fucking circle. So there was a point in time where I needed Dave Rose. Dave took it like a champ, and he walked away.
No, Dave is a polarizing figure. He's a brilliant guy.
It's a little more than that. I think it's pretty sick. For me to sit there and say that you're trying to get a guy in a wheelchair to run, and him to just fucking confirm that. It was basically hyperbole when I said it. I mean, like Dave Rose is one of these guys, and then he just went on and proved it. I got to be honest with you, Frenchie. I don't think that's right. And I've told him that in not so many words before something like this happened. And he doubled down, and I just didn't want to hear it. And then he said fucking horrible shit in the chat, tripling down, and that's when I had enough. I just didn't want to fucking hear his bullshit.
In the chat, I responded to him because I never said what I do in life, but partly I work with autistic kids.
Oh, Jesus.
So I kind of know that you have to apply a double standard.
Sure, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but because you didn't expect that discussion yesterday and the turn of event, I'm not quite sure he could explain really what he thinks. Because I think you're probably closer than you think, but maybe on fundamentals, maybe there's a flaw there.
It sounds like you think I did something wrong. I like to think that I can.
No. You do what you want to do, man.
No, it's not about what I want to do. I consider you a friend, and if you think I'm doing something wrong, just spit it, and I'll accept it or not accept it. I won't think any less of you. That's kind of the way I operate. Yeah.
No, because of the things that happen behind the scene, I don't know, and I tend to be on your side.
Okay.
That's it.
I'm sorry you're disappointed, and we're all disappointed. I'll be something else. He told me that he had to take a break, okay? And which is fine. And we said goodbye, and you could see that I didn't really want him to go. And he's done a lot for the show, and it still resonates, what he's done for the show. There's no doubt about it. I wouldn't take that away from him. He left our chat. He told us he's doing this thing like he always does each summer, which he warned us about initially. And he's done everybody else's show since. Why is he leaving our team and kind of going on? And then I hear about this stuff with Tommy. He was very unhappy with the Rose report. He thought that was demeaning. He didn't like that. I thought it was funny. I liked it. So it's just like he seems to be a little more trouble than he's worth. And his utter lack of compassion I found disturbing. And then the chat just ended it for me. I don't know what I'm going to do.
It's true. The devious part of Dave Rose, we don't know if it's real or if it's a persona.
I don't know. And I didn't think.
You know more than me.
I didn't think that it would affect you guys like that. I didn't. Honestly, I am a little self-centered. I think of myself a lot.
So let's talk about another polarizing subject.
Okay.
Because about the French coach in Montreal, I thought about him. About it.
Yeah.
And one thing is that if we don't give a job to a French guy in Montreal, who will?
Nobody. That's good. That's a good point.
And that's why. Because if you look at the NHL, the French coach that are there, they all begin in Montreal.
That's true. No, you're right. I didn't think of it that way.
And because in Canada it's the same thing. When there is a Canada team, it's almost 90% of the time or 95% of the time people from the West.
In English.
And they choose their people because they are friends with. It's normal.
Yeah. You're not claiming any kind of discrimination. You're just like you go with the people you know. And then if you grow up in a French Canada,
like in Edmonton, for example, for years. It was ex-Edmonton players and Anglophones, and it's okay.
Yeah. I get what you're saying, but I think what I was saying is, I think basically what I was saying, bud, is just like I'm all about winning, and it's a club. It's not like Team Canada or Team USA or Team Sweden. It's just like find the best way to win. I think having a French coach seems almost like a nice tradition. I wouldn't say anything is bad about it. But if you think you can do better, take him. Take who you think is going to do the jobs the best. And on the other side, which you're flipping, maybe a French coach wouldn't get a fair shot inside Pittsburgh, inside, and I'm just throwing names out there. I know they've had French coaches in the past. Anaheim. It's tougher for them to get a job because they're kind of in that sort of community. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they have to prove themselves first in Montreal, and then they spread throughout the league.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's and that's kind of stupid from the Anglophones' point of view. If you think the guy can get the job done and you're not hiring, I was like, well, maybe there'll be a communication issue. That's kind of stupid. So, yeah, good point. Great, fantastic point.
That's my point for today, Tommy.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'm done, and I'm going to close it out. Thanks for calling, Frenchie Ben, and I'm just going to thank everybody in chat and close it out. Go to bed. What do you think, bud?
That's a good plan.
Yeah, good plan. All right, buddy. Take care of yourself.
Okay, bye.
Bye. I'm sorry if anybody was actually upset by this whole thing. His balls are sweaty. His knees weak. Ass is open, but nervous on the surface. He looks calm and ready to probe, and he keeps on forgetting how long. Oh, we're going the distance. We're going for steel. That's Devil Fans wrote. I know that. That's from Cake. Wow, guy your age likes cake. He's going the distance. Wow, that's wild. Thank you very much, Little Estito. You should call in one of these times. Dr. Deke, thanks for being in yesterday. Patrick Gwynn. Who else could I fit? Frenchie Ben, Pittsburgh boy. Going through the chat. I think I saw somebody else sort of new. One of the great things about my chat is you can kind of rap with new people, make new friends. Josh Leans. What up, brother? Thank you very much. Let me close out with some hockey stuff and get the hell out of here. Prust, fine, 5K. We already touched on that. JV Ben Ovechkin, Carey Price, named for final assist to the Ted Lindsay Award. Now, this one is voted by the players. It's best player overall, or I don't know what the hell it is. It's MVP, essentially, by the players, which I tend to respect a little more. I wouldn't be shocked if more than likely Alex or Carey. This one's a little more of a toss-up because, look, if somebody doesn't like Carey Price or Alex Ovechkin for personal reasons, they're not going to vote for him. That's the Ted Lindsay Award. It's MVP from the players. Even if he deserves it, they're not going to vote for him. I mean, I would never vote for Matt Cook. I don't care if he had a 700-goal season. Period. You know? News headlines. Ilya Kovalchuk on a possibility to return to the NHL. I have 2 more years in my contract. We will see then, said Ilya. How do you like my Russian accent? We'll see. The Nashville Predators and Mike Fisher are closing in on an extension. Super. Mario Lemieux, 19-year-old son, Austin Lemieux. That's an interesting name. I think if your French name should be Benoit. Like Frenchie Ben. That's a manly name. Manly. Austin. Come here, Austin. Austin sounds like he's writing poems in a village and shit, and no one's listening to him. And when I say that, I mean the village in New York City. I don't like that name. Mario Lemieux, great hockey player, lousy name picker for kids. Austin has been drafted by the USHL's Omaha Lancers. Congratulations. Don Cherry on his future. Someone asked me when I was going to retire. I sound like a freaking guy from Long Island when I do Don Cherry. It's so funny. I said, retire from what? And now I made him sound like a Jew. A Long Island Jew, actually. I don't know. I wish I could do a good Don Cherry. Wanted Don Cherry impersonator. That Jared. Oh, speaking of Jared Kelso, who played Don Cherry in that movie over in Canada, I said something nice about that, and he favorited one of my tweets. Big shout out to Jared Kelso, who played Don Cherry in both films, which you can watch free in Canada, by the way. If you go to the CBC or something like that, I put a tweet on it a while back. Guy Bercheux, he may return to the NHL. Says he's been approached, and since he's been approached, it's definitely a possibility. Yeah, that's it. Last night in the National Hockey League, the Chicago Blackhawks hold on to a 1-0 lead against the Minnesota North Stars. That's right, I said North Stars. That gives us a stranglehold in the series. Beautiful goal by Patrick Kane. And They lead that series 3-0. 3-0. Expect the Hawks to move on next game. I don't think they're going to pull it out. A possibility. I don't want to like throw Pat South Jersey's opinion under the bus, but I don't know. I think that's probably sweet. I should have took war in that one. And the NMI Mighty Ducks drop to the Calgary Flames at OT, which is a little bit of a surprise. We noted the controversy before. Calgary is able to score even after a goal was disallowed, tying it up, sending it to overtime, and then Mikael Lackland hits the OT winner. That series is now a real series. It is now 2-1 for Anaheim. Still don't think they're moving on. It'd be just the biggest miracle ever if they did. The biggest miracle ever. Tonight in the National Hockey League, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, the New York Rangers take on the Washington Capitals. Hey, I said it before, I say it again. Rangers, must-win situation. I don't see them coming back from a 3-0 deficit. So they're going to have to split this for dropping that. I mean, that Joel Ward goal is killing us. Yeah, ref dropped the ball, sure. But ultimately, it was Rangers out in the puck, and they got caught. And Obi made a beautiful pass to Ward. Montreal Canadiens find themselves at a similar situation against the Bolts. They are down 2-0 to the Bolts. Absolute must-win situation for the Bolts. There is no doubt about it. There's no getting around it. That team's got to pull together, put the bullshit aside, stop worrying about the refs, and do what the Habs are capable of doing and get back in this series with a win over Tampa Bay. Of course, that game will be in Tampa Bay. Thank you. Oh, game results. All right, because everything's been going on around here, I did not put the first list. I'm saying by this weekend, we'll have game results. We will have game results for the first round. I actually did them, and I made a mathematical mistake. I screwed it all up, and that made me scratch everything. I wrote the wrong series number down wrong. So I don't want to get into that. I think I need a little help with it. But somebody needs to call it out for me, and I need to do the ticks. That's how lame it is. Because I don't know how to do it any other way. I know Jason Johnson said he was going to help me and stuff, but I don't even have time to be helped. You know? All I got time for is, I'm getting married, guys. I'm going to Spain. I'm doing a bunch of stuff. I didn't have time to get this stuff over to Dave. I got to work. I got to figure out a way to get it dead on Dave tomorrow. And watch that hockey game. And I'm like, oh, shit. Oh, shit. I mean, all I can think to myself is get out of my grave!